the elite kakra was very fine.
I don't go.
So we need to have no rounds now.
But some who so be rounds watch kakana. O say P. Okay. Okoje. What is your bottom?
You share me now now.
Ojini say dia onkasa. Oh. Okay.
I don't who's over watch. I go ready.
Okoje masa.
Edra, this Wednesday matches now of the UEFA Champions League in Basel. And then obviously matches being and I was surprised in terms of the results.
Meka say PSG or City. Yes, I understand. City a form no unza fee aye on and off. Oma no ma ba kakra. Oma no mko machi kakra. And PSG so a performance in the Champions League in Koyu Krawo. It was a game and I'm expecting goals. But City ba 2-0. Ediatia a struggling PSG in the Champions League. I'm gonna ba tiashan 4-2 there. A shocking kakra. Bayern Munich game no. And also the same thing. Feyenoord is Bayern Munich. 3-0. On the Antibaku crowd. And also quite shocking. Girona de Senu BN say Milan Beshomo. Real Madrid is Salzburg 5 in the news. Arsenal said Dynamo Zagreb in the news. See, having these two games, PSG City no and Feyenoord Bayern Munich.
You see, for me, the Paris Saint-Germain Man City game no. Na enhyɛ da nyɛ me wawa nti ɔmo picky coach na yɛde two dwa no you ɔmo nya realize say Paris Saint-Germain ne Man City game no yɛ kɔni nyinaa sɛ Man City bɛhyɛ ana sɛ Paris Saint-Germain bɛhyɛ and over yankɔ sɛ we bɛhyɛ ana sɛ we bɛhyɛ because some match no ebetumi akɔ baabi a and I will explain in detail why I saw that on the horizon and how that panned out perfectly over match. But to be very honest with you, and you win a shock game.
Feyenoord.
Yeah. You see, in Rotterdam, Feyenoord is a strong team. Already we've seen him. And we have seen them come to the Etihad and do almost a similar thing to Manchester City. Etihad, just same Champions League. But Sir Bayern elbow against Tima on City so deep and open up to attack them. And then play with a lot of intensity. There is high chance a game by high scoring, which was checked. But the problem was, Bayern went to share single goal away at Rotterdam. That is where the analysis began. Because, say, on the day, and in the match statistics, Bayern had the ball. Feyenoord 4 had the plan. Bayern phone ball 68% of ball possession, Feyenoord 32. Bayern about 26 shots, 7 on target. Feyenoord for the ball just 7 shots, 3 near court targets. Go. Of course, one was a penalty. Corners Bayern ball 13. Feyenoord for about just 1 corner. So it tells you. So that's where the shocking result is. Say Oko away to go and play against a certain Feyenoord Rotterdam side, which I don't know if you realize. Now in Europe, every team, whether small or big, especially the small ones, or back against the big boys now. They don't just sit back and quack and say, low block and quack. It doesn't happen like that. These days, all of the teams do a lot of variations. There are times that teams be more aggressive high and then press and then win the ball from there. Oh, not always okay. Ultimate press, yeah, there are times he comes into a mid block. Ultimate transit successfully ever lower. Now for Abe City in the low block, and that's what Feyenoord Rotterdam for. And now on the FC Bayern Munich 3-0. Now, share match narrate. You cannot even see the game. Like visibility no form because of it made it very difficult to watch the game. Now, after the game, Vincent Kompany, the coach of FC Bayern Munich, said we are used to playing against teams like Feyenoord that play this style of football. Most of the time, we find a solution and reacts to it. But that didn't work out today. And that's exactly what I was saying. It was not new. Bayern for it just could not get an answer to Feyenoord Rotterdam. Today, in the transfer market, me sure say what to say, a lot of the teams so want pay goal scoring winger. Which goal scoring winger be no change Rodrigo Gosh.
And I feel the one who had the Quintia. Our brand say, as a Madrid, don't appreciate it and the Buffalo.
But a bit of BH, that's you also have to understand.
But he's an important player.
Exactly, but there is important and very important and very, very important. I think that in a corporate setting and baby, people should understand their place. I say, you can't, if you're not the most important person, understand your place.
But this is an outstanding form.
You see, for me, it's about the technique of a goal scoring winger and what he wants to do. Oh, go Rochelle.
Jude,
yeah. And it is excellent. When you want goals from out wide, you get it from him. They don't wait till Kylian Mbappe and Kwane goes and I say Vinicius Jr. He is a guy that stands up, and in every Madrid in the last 5 years, all of the Madrid runs to the Champions League final where there have been a goal or somewhat from somebody who gave him. There's a certain Rodrigo Goes that pops up. He's always going to be there, and then now he was very, very instrumental. Madrid emphatic win, 5-1 for me. Look at that.
But that back here,
yeah, from Jude Bellingham.
Yeah. FKK. And I pay messages are banning now. Ebi mu say on person discusses how do you mom. Pedri and then Jude Bellingham. Why in a doom? Why in a doom? Madrid for say on mutati say cause oh Pedri doing ball na den na why the Jude Real Madrid no. We should compare the two players. Is it there on?
Still
on. Say they are between Pedri and Jude Bellingham. What are you discussing about?
On person this is rich, and then in a modern game of football, you discuss midfielders on 3 metrics, and a impromptu, but they will still go ahead and do it. You find so be in a 4-3-3 and I say 4-2-3-1. Say ye obi free park so that's a cam midfielder no, and the 2 midfielders that we are discussing in this case, Pedri and our branch friend Jude Bellingham. Say unim say omunina ebetimi abo as a number 10. Pedri can play as a 10.
Yeah.
Jude can play as a 10. In fact, Jude mainstay these days is number 10. All of them can play as an 8. That is where Jude Bellingham used to play at Dortmund in a double pivot with Julian Brandt on the ball side. And ultimately, the box crash and the goes. The difference is that Pedri can play deeper as a 6 with Casado. Sometimes even alone this season, there are times that Casado did red card, where Pedri played with, I think it was Gavi or so. Our base one of them. So for me, yes, in progression, Pedri need Jude Bellingham, check. In the final third, Pedri need Bellingham, check. But as the first phase of build-up in this area,
as in deep
to build up and start the whole process of building up, that is where Pedri edgy Jude can. So for me, Pedri is more complete. Jude can be more complete. There's a higher ceiling. Wait till me draw them, but it's also.
But the Canadians were slightly ahead of.
Yes, Sisi can say, and Jude fourth, and just say that Jude didn't mean you. But since Jude Abo Winyano, he is required to play as an 8 and a 10. Jude has never been required at Real Madrid. There is Chumeni, there is Ceballos, there is Camavinga. All of them are first phase. Into only here Jude in the first phase.
And then I can discuss in Kaya, but
I don't know messages.
Messages are
go.
Andrew Sawino say, please, Fifi, don't go there. Jude is a complete player. David say, Pedri is ahead of Jude Bellingham. Richardo. Abaka Sadiq Osman say, Pedri is good, but Jude is exceptional. And on another level.
Is he rich? I did about Chris or Tias so your fana. Maybe we want Jude a chain Pedri. And they are there. Maybe was my Pedri a chain Jude Bellingham. And I'm a in the first phase of build up, Pedri is better than Jude Bellingham.
Obia will be unique.
Yes. Man, I did about Jude Bellingham or the book Pedri Bibri, the physicality and athleticism. Now, let me tell you something. Jude ebetimi aba bejina Fiifi-Manfred abo a simple pass, progressive one. Obedi ball nechia Richardo as a box crasher. Then he uses his athleticism and then gets a goal. Pedri, that's not his stock in trade. All of them have advantages and disadvantages. But the thing is that across the field of play, we've not seen Jude a lot of the build-up job. Anything that most of the Barca fans make us say Pedri is more complete than Jude. You can call both of them complete. It's just that in certain aspects of the game, Obi will advantage than the other. And especially in build-up, you check Pedri to be better than Jude Bellingham. But to be athletic and then to finish the job in the final third, Obi me my brother Jude Bellingham. I had Saturday when we have time. And sometimes in match we said you just have to enjoy both players. Excellent in their own right. Pep Guardiola, another big deal. Me can say both managers know themselves. Which it was a big night for Paris Saint-Germain for now. They couldn't afford to come out of it with nothing. In fact, the last time I'm going away to Bayern Munich, could drop a point to hold on. The bigger headache was that say you're back near Babe Bobium in 2025. The first one is against Manchester City at the Parc des Princes. So it was going to be tough. They knew it was going to be tough. What did Luis Enrique also he expected that reaching about a fair.
Measure 90 minutes.
See, and you see, talking about midfielders of this generation and stuff like that thing. Okay, say me cowboy we want some chiro. Say I know me see, there is no way Manchester United should pay 80 million for Manuel Ugarte when there is John Neves.
No,
they now pay again, just like Pedri. Obeti, boy, what the man on him, but who Samsung for when he had the engine born in Phoenix. He was the master controller. In the absence of Rodri Cascante for Manchester City, there was a certain João Neves. And to the extent that Luis Enrique was comfortable to push Fabian Ruiz to the side and allow Brentford and João Neves to control the game. And then now Paris Saint-Germain for say he is a successor of Brentford and Marco Verratti. Excellent game. And Adeba Kwame Perez unim. I think some Manchester City for problem. They don't have the legs. Into a team now you're brave.
On my break.
Into a team now you're brave to be intense against them. Now pressure more. Now more pressure. They make mistakes. So who shall match now? Look at this analogy on the tactical board. How Paris Saint-Germain for consistently were pressing City for. At some point in time, it was a first line of 4 press against team friend Manchester City, and there was no option. What they will do is that they will set pressing traps for Phil Foden move of Fiifi-Manfred. And immediately the ball forced you, they win it. So I'm saying, City 2 goals in the first half came from team in front of Paris Saint-Germain's inability to press efficiently. So it was a risk reward like we've always been talking about in terms of tactics. But in the second half, oh boy, Bradley Barcola, Ousmane Dembele.
Second half,
crazy.
City awful.
Yeah.
After 2 goals, off.
Paris Saint-Germain for Belgium.
But Kofi, me to a point now say, say, on my bread, City team now, because I know her ultimately on my bread. But I also think, say, Pep and Man City now, because I know Omunya BB as is the psyche of the players. So how is City team now? So only City bo game, no shower. The only thing you need is say, Fabo back to the net. Most of the players, no, we are as
a cracks name.
Mistakes here and there. Because I know, after the City, it take that 2 goals lead, Now it was game no more. Immediately, PG take Cannibal Quantum. Game me, I'm trying City and Yano for cry draw. I know it's enough 3-2. In
a second half, Paris Saint-Germain for no control game. Luis Enrique after the game, we know that if we get through the league stage phase or the Champions League, then we will be tough opponent for anyone in the table. It's similar to last season when we were in the group of death. It's the same this season. We had the highest run of fixtures out of all 36 teams in the UCL, but we are ready to compete against anyone. Yesterday, the 2 boys from Barcelona, Esho Momentum, and it was the one in all France, anyway, coming out as the victorious of the 2. Excellent display. Now, Nasser Khalifi said he is proud of the manager. Nkolusu Krampuna, he would have still seen him as the best. Of course, and now Inter Eshe 1-0. Milan with Francesco Conceição shall go to 0. Arsenal also did the job at home against Dynamo Zagreb. And okay, there's some quick transfers I need to run you through. Kyle Walker deal is almost done to AC Milan. Omar Mamouche and Open Man City have gone in and done their job. Rich, it's more 60 million for Garnacho. Chelsea are waiting to bid. But Napoli for taking the lead. You see Antonio Conte any Garnacho didn't come on. And he has promised that he's going to be an important player with the team in Tiomra, not in Nyejuma. So that is where the issue. I think say Napoli for we need a bid to get a branch friend Alejandro Garnacho. He will go to the Italian Serie A and go and play under Antonio Conte. Chelsea for Ejai Boya, your friend Renato Vega to go away to go and play at Juventus. Now I'm saying now Enzo Maresca say ni two midfielders, Enzo Fernandez and Romeo Lavia in April. I say Enzo Fernandez be out for at least 2 to 3 weeks. But Romeo Lavia, the on any time, Romeo Lavia eba back to come and play our Chelsea Football Club. Eruti, what do you mean, Chelsea fans ne say, on say Chelsea sporting directors are not calling this boy the best midfielder as it stands now. Our French league and him, especially for teams that were below Paris Saint-Germain, in Andre Santos, the best young midfielder. Let me correct our statements now on him. Obviously, Chelsea for the form back. Only a branch friend Leslie Ugochukwu. But Chelsea sporting director is someone from. And my explanation I say Tasumu Kakra. The plan is that say Frere Andre Santos. One. So back at time Chelsea got to Strasbourg. That's Strasbourg fans ninja. Now they are playing war French League on table. The last week against Marseille, now a 1-1 draw. And Andre Santos was very important. Frere, you lose the empathy of the fans. And then two, boy now the neighbor there's a probability that Enzo Fernandez is fit. That's a Lavia is fitter. He is not going to be playing consistently. So if he's not playing consistently, what's the point? Over truncating the development. And it's the same for our branch friend Leslie Ugochukwu. Chelsea last season, Eddie Leslie Ugochukwu echo team friend in Southampton. The plan was to get him to play consistently. Under Martin Russell, no Nyabimbo, but now under Jurassic, again he's getting time and he's playing. Chelsea said they won't call him back to come and play because I'm person be truncating. I don't know Marco team or your friend of Juventus. And they've asked of former Aston Villa former for the friend Douglas Luiz. Say if and then team the Renato Vega more 4 million, and then they are going to pay a loan sum for him there. Then they will also want a branch friend Douglas Luiz as a loan, pure loan, number from now to June. Then in the summer they will bring in any of them 2 boys now of Leslie Ugochukwu and your branch here, your friend Andre Santos to come in and play for them. And I think that is it with the transfer window. A branch here friend Ronald Arawa extending the contracts, no. Nyami Admating and is going to be official for team and friend FC Barcelona, and that is why. So Bekaya, Renato Vega, Muni into Beso features, you know. Or see Roberto Martinez, the coach of Portugal, Afrina Kachene say. So Benga Biabo at centre back, he needs to be playing consistently. So Bekaya not Juve for centre back, and I need to know what Arao on him. Once Arao now has extended or is going to extend at Barcelona, it looks as if our bench friend Renato Vega will come in and play our left centre back for team and friend Juventus, and then Arao is going to stay at Tima, your friend of FC Barcelona. So that's it in terms of transfers, no, and then games, no, and now Europa League, no, you know, so Besiktas, Athletic Club, boy, Galatasaray, about 3-3. The rest of the matches, no, you're cunning boom. In terms of the coach, they're my Bodo Glimt or Bomachi be goals. Bodo Glimt big game, is a lot of goals that come in there. So there are a lot of goals that will come versus Bodo Glimt. Any Maccabi Tel Aviv, games near very tight and close, but the association Shenekama, AZ Akmani Roma, I think and all the matches in the Europa League, no, over 1.5 ever to near tricky Kakrebi Adama or Honor Church. Elkona, Omo Mama say no Beko Fikasi, no Saushe, Pauk, and it's Slavia Prague, so it's a game where goals to come. Ajax Amsterdam going away to go and play. Just need to be slightly careful. Last double chance. Manchester United, it's Nephew. But still, we are not too confident of Manchester United playing against team friend Rangers. And our confidence. Manchester United versus Rangers.
Aye. Yeah, sure.
Richard, see how they be able to show
Rangers.
Aye.
Oh, yeah, sure.
English club. Into your money, they are not coming far off.
Yeah, now they are Rangers.
Rangers last season, no more English Premier League. Champions
League. Yeah, now they do. Rangers.
But investors need to protect their money for them. Some match over 1.5 and I said double chance Manchester United and Coma United gidi win Ibiane scanning kokem. in Turkey. So Fenerbahce, any Lyon, everybody hold these are all matches now going. Manchester United looks like we qualify to the next stage, but then and then the end day, and now it was only Bayern and our boys now come at here. Only Bayern, but and then I know say it is going to be good. Your record on the Europa League 100%. It has never gone bad. So then just be ready. May bobo amount and so very very visible aboard. No so rich. First code no. I know you 12 odds. 15718224. 15718224. The next one here 157177C3. I know you 23 odds. 157177C3. 23 odds. And the last one here 157166B3. 157166B3. And I know you're just 7 odds over there. To choose in your share, and pick it up.
Okay. In 12 Medina, so Emma Kwame Mauli Benjamin, I say.